Well, how often do you hear it said, did we learn anything from COVID? It's a fair question. Once again, it seems that governments and the bureaucrats are still making the same mistakes and leaving us at risk. But first, some credit where it's due. Last week in the New South Wales Parliament, former Liberal Premier Dominic Perrottet at least had the courage to admit that, yes, he'd made some mistakes. Perrottet, in his last speech before retiring, conceded he'd learned from the errors of his ways.
I believe it's important to point out one mistake which was made by governments here and around the world, and that was the strict enforcement of vaccine mandates. Vaccines saved lives, but ultimately mandates were wrong. People's personal choices shouldn't have cost them their jobs.
The mandates were absolutely wrong, and government going to war with your rights to decide what you stick in your body was beyond the pale. So well done to Dominic Perrottet for admitting he did get it wrong. It takes guts for a politician to do that, even if it was on his last day in Parliament. Finally, it seems many are coming to the conclusion they went too far. You've got to hope it doesn't happen again, but still the failures continue. Not many people know this, but last weekend Australia faced yet another health crisis, a reminder that we still haven't picked up on the number one lesson from COVID, the need to be self-sufficient on the stuff that really matters. Quite incredibly, there's a major international shortage of IV fluid intravenous solution used in drips in every hospital and ambulance. It's virtually the first step of every emergency medical procedure. Arrive into hospital and they stick a drip in your arm. Well, Australia has run out of supplies. The shortage means we don't have enough to keep hospitals functioning. They're cancelling surgery to ration supplies. This is a potential disaster waiting to happen. It's like when they ran out of face masks made in China or suddenly couldn't get hand sanitizer during the pandemic. Australia was exposed then and they're exposed now. What's happening right now says Australia still is. Did COVID not teach these clowns of the need to stockpile critical medical basics? Or did someone in the health bureaucracy not consider, oh gee, maybe we need to make our own IV drips or find a local supplier? That'd be good. Nope. They went for the cheapest price from overseas and just kept on doing what they've always done. Don't make it in Australia and panic when the stock runs out. So what did they learn from COVID? Not much at all. In the health department, it's just same. It is staggering to most people that we still haven't kick-started manufacturing properly in Australia, especially for the stuff we really need. There is still no backup plan. COVID could have been the great reset for making things in Australia, but the old habits kept on happening. We'd rather buy it in China. Today it's IV drips, but it really could be anything we count on. What's happening today is just another reminder that we're still being very, very badly led. This is ADH TV.